I bid you welcome. I am a little goblin who likes to do makeup, and today we're going to do a little alt grunge look, complete with some fake freckles and some barbed wire. And I'm going to blab to you about a game I've been playing with the other goblins. So let's get into it. Every weekend, my little goblin clan convenes and we'll play D&D, sometimes we'll watch movies. We've been known to take our chaos outside and like go bowling, things of that nature. Just whatever we can do to spend time together. And a few months ago, one of them brought a game over, LA Noir, and I have never played this game. When it came out and I was a kid, I was more interested in games like Ratchet and Clank, Kingdom Hearts, Oddworld, things of that nature. Those were my jam back in the day. But yeah, even like God of War. But I had never even like put any thought or anything into this kind of game, so I was like, it's kind of a detective style game. I was very wrong once we started playing it. I honestly, like, I know I slept on the game, but I don't know, like, how everyone else did. It's such a good game. It's so cool. Like, how did they not make more games like that? Am I, like, missing something here? Because everything down to, like, even the interrogation system is super freaking cool. I'm sorry, I was, like, gonna swear and everything like that, and I try not to do it in videos. I'm already a goblin. It makes me look less professional as is. Even to this day, I think we're playing it like the original version on the Xbox 360, and the graphics still look great to this day. The dialogue and like choices your character can make, and it's just such a good game. I don't know if there's like some controversy or maybe it just didn't take off like I kind of think it should have, or maybe it did and I missed all of that somehow. But I don't remember everyone in my school making a big deal out of it or anything like that. So I don't know. There just wasn't a lot of hype in my area, and I feel like I missed out on a lot because it's just such a cool game. Now that we've been all crusted and dusted over here, I would like to start out by saying that this is not going to be like me going through step by step, case by case, like going over this game and telling you, like, oh, spoilers for each one. I like this, I didn't like that, and all these things. I can do that in the future, but I did not prepare that for this one. I was just going to gab a little bit while I finished doing my makeup and everything like that. So, if that is something you'd be interested in seeing, I have a ton of systems. I've been playing games since I was a little kid. So, I'm 1,000 years old at this point. I was playing the Tetris when it first came out. I wasn't, but I did have it for the PS2. It was kind of cool. Um, but yeah, so that is something that I would definitely be interested in doing in the future if there's any other interest for it. If not, I'll just carry on my merry way, annoying you as I can with random topics and little blurbs of information and opinions instead of like a fully fledged thing. From when you first start out the game on patrol, I like how you don't get like a ton of immediate backstory for the character you're playing as. It kind of builds, like as you play the game, you get little backstory snippets. You learn more about them as you make choices in the game too. They can affect how your character is perceived and everything like that. That's one of the things that I enjoyed most about the game is the fact that like it will allow you to make your own choices, but then you have to live with those, whether they be right or wrong for, the case or things of that nature, if that makes any sense. You're playing as a detective. I don't know. I'm sure most people are aware of this game and everything about it by now. Now, the interrogation system isn't the only thing that I really enjoyed about the game. I am a little bit of a nosy person when it comes to stuff like video games, meaning that I love to search around. I like looking for things, checking out stuff. And I like that you get to search for your own evidence at each crime scene. So, like, there's the possibility that you could miss something, and it won't tell you if you've gotten it all either, which I kind of like because you have to be like super vigilant and hope that by the time you have made like some arrest or apprehension of somebody that you've found all the evidence, so when you accuse them of their crime you can actually back it up instead of just being like, "Nuh-uh, I know you did it," and then having not found everything that you were supposed to find. I enjoy that about the game. It doesn't just like force feed it to you and then like watch you succeed. You have to actually like try and pay attention to everything. I enjoy that. Because, like I said, I'm nosy, but at the same time, like, I can be flighty. So I'll go through and it'll be my turn to, like, play a level or something. And I'll have missed something. And it's like, well, I'm sorry, guys, but we're going to have to go back because I done got excited about something and I messed it up. And I know that we could probably, like, pull up a guide to make sure, but, like, that's half of the fun. One of the cases that I really enjoyed watching play out, as it wasn't my turn, but was when you get to Homicide, which I know the game's been out for a while, but spoilers from, this point forward on gameplay and things of that nature. But one of the cases that you take on in Homicide is the Golden Butterfly. And I think that that case alone shows a lot of like character development for Phelps, as well as just having like some cool gameplay and like a neat storyline. I really like a lot of the cases that you cover going through, but this one was one of the ones that stuck with me the most. Oh, this ended up being a little bit higher up than I wanted it to be, but that's all right. Well. Now, the one thing that I was talking about, how it shows a lot of character development, is I believe it is your partner during this case. They want you to go ahead and charge somebody else with the crime that you're investigating, the homicide. And the game will straight up allow you to do so. You can like wrongfully accuse and charge like the wrong person with this crime. And I think that that's super cool that the game will allow you to kind of be your own person in that way. Like, oh, if you really believe what your partner is saying and that this guy is a bigger issue than actually like the murderer, then you can go ahead and charge this guy instead. But there are consequences to doing so. I mean, yeah, there should be, but I like that the game is like, yeah, do what you want, but at the same time, I think you lose like, I don't want to call it like fame, but you lose like favor with your boss. He will trust you less if you just start wrongfully accusing people, which like as he rightfully should, you're becoming a bad cop. You know what I mean? It's such a cool game. I honestly don't know what I missed about it not ever like catching super big traction, or like why didn't they go on to make more games like this? It's super cool and I love the premise. I don't know. Maybe there was like some big. I bet you it was the fact that there's all these big name actors in there that they didn't need to pay to do all these voices, and it was just too expensive. But they could totally start doing games like that with, small indie actors, things of that nature, and it would totally come off just as well. I'm pretty sure that this game has a bigger following now. Now, I would like to continue on to say that my group did not go ahead and charge the wrong person. We went ahead and kept on being the shining little turd that Phelps is. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna do this little piece of barbed wire, but I might as well now that I've already got the black line on my face, so it's totally fine. But I don't know. I will never understand how it feels like almost every single game that I really get into and really attached to are the ones that everyone else is like, man, this thing sucks. Don't ever make anything like this again. Like, I haven't seen anything new-ish or anything coming out for like Jack and Daxter or even any of the Oddworld games. And look at what they did to my sweet purple boy, my sweet Spyro. Oh, I honestly don't think I'll ever get over that one. Now, it is true that as a goblin, I don't know much about video games by way of making them or anything like that, but I do enjoy them. Let me know what you guys thought of LA Noir as a whole down in the comments. Did you like it when it first came out? Did you wait a while before playing it? Did you try it and not enjoy it? And if so, like, what didn't you like about it and things of that nature? I'd be interested in just discussing it. It was definitely a game that I didn't see myself ever playing or enjoying when I was a kid. And then as I got older, when it came up again, I was like, oh wow, I really missed out on a lot of games just because it didn't fall into my like direct interest or anything like that. And all right, I've obtained the thing. You'd think at this point that I would just leave stuff out, and I know I'm gonna need it. But you know, Goblin is as Goblin does, or whatever have you. Whatever saying you wish to do. But I'd definitely be interested to know, like, what you liked about it. I definitely think the thing that I enjoyed the most would be the interrogation system. How it allows you to sit down and make accusations, whether or not you actually have the evidence for it. You can still accuse these people. You might look a little silly when you're done if like you haven't found the evidence, but I'm not sure that we ever experienced it, but I don't know if it will let you go back and redo a section if you forgot evidence. I think you will actually have to like restart the entire case all over again, which is another aspect that's cool. I don't like games that force feed me my victory, then it doesn't feel like I did anything to earn it. Make it a little bit lighter. I know, I know. I'm using my finger again. Ah, you'll get used to it. I honestly love getting all nostalgic talking about video games, especially doing a look like this one that just reminds me of being a little bit younger. And this is like how all of my sister and her friends would dress and do their makeup. And I always thought that they were so cool. It's like, yeah, I'm going to be like you when I get older. And then Hot Topic stopped selling all the same stuff that they used to buy, like those big flame chunky heels. Oh my god, I wanted a pair of those when I was younger. Oh, I would have just lived in those things though, so it was probably a good thing I didn't get my hands on any of them. But there were a couple of games from back in the day that I felt like should have had bigger followings or done better, and then they didn't, and I was super surprised by it. Like there was this one for the original PlayStation that I had. You played as a like an experimental spider, and you would just go around and pick up like different limbs and fight off like bees and all kinds of stuff. Why was there never any second one or anything like that of that game? Because that was super cool. Or like Blasto for the original PlayStation. That I thought it was Johnny Bravo when I was growing up, to be honest with you. My stepdad would play that game, and I was just like, what is Johnny Bravo doing? But I have completely derailed myself from my original LA Noir ramblings. But I do appreciate you letting me do it and dealing with the little bits of chaos as I've grumbled while poking myself in the eye. I'm probably going to cut that one out just for this time. We'll save it in. Maybe next time you can watch me cry about it. But I think we're getting close to being done here. I might do a couple more touch-ups here on my lip, try and fix this little upper area here, and then I'll go ahead and throw on some stuff and show you the final look here. That is definitely not a LA Noir. It's very far from that. If you want that, you can go watch some of my lip stain videos. My little shameless plug here for you, you know. And then we'll just fade off. Fade. This is it. This is the final look for my grungy alt look. I've got my hair all messy with my beanie on top, lots of chunky jewelry, paired with my long sleeve striped top, with my short sleeve t-shirt on over top. You know how it goes. Paired with some cargos I thrifted, some pant chain, chunky boots, and I am all ready to go be a menace at a mall somewhere. I'm gonna go loiter. Be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this video and you liked me spewing random video game facts out at you while I did my makeup. like, comment, do all the things, but the most important things, stay well, stay hydrated, stay chaotic. Bye.